Hi, Geminis. Welcome to your September 2018 reading. This is going to be perfect if you're a Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Yeah. I'm really excited to do this reading for you guys. This month looks like another really great one. I know last month you guys were flying high, being very social, being your little Jimmy Jim selves, lovable and all. And this month I feel like we are continuing on. You guys are really coming into your own, really coming to a place of security, really making good connections still. I feel like towards the end of the month, you've got some opportunity for some really good, stable somethings to begin, right? Whether it's relationships, new money, whatever. But you guys are, it looks like, going to have a really great month of the month of September. Um, Starting out, we've got, so your unseen energy, what's under the deck is that Hermit card. I like this because we are in Virgo season. This represents the Virgo sign. It's very much a card of wisdom, of truth, of going within to find your truth for yourself, really trusting your guides, your spiritual guides. You see how he's following his own light that he's got in his lantern. But it's just a very wise card about really digging deep and finding truth and giving yourself the permission and the space to do that, right? Because the hermit goes into solitude to find what's right for him, not to be depressed and all that stuff. So you guys are doing that, and the way I like that you guys are doing this the way that you are doing it, because I do see that there's still a nice balance of you guys putting yourself out there and being social and making connections. So it's not like you're just spending this whole time hermitizing. Now, outside of this hermit energy, what I did notice is there are no sword cards out here on the spread, which I'm fine with because swords normally, they normally talk about a fucking struggle, right? Like some type of a mind game, manipulation, bad communication. Like swords are usually kind of struggly, even though that is your suit, that is our air suit. Um, but I like this because I feel like you guys are going about things right now in a different way. You guys have a lot of wand energy out here, so you guys are really, really following your passion and your intuition and going with that. Now you are still taking your brain with you. You are still finding, doing what makes sense and all that. But I do like that you guys aren't seemingly playing too much of a mind game with yourself. Geminis, you guys, Geminis and Virgos, you guys are known as like the intellects of the zodiac. You guys are very smart. You're ruled by Mercury. It makes perfect sense. Um, and there's a special way that Gemini mind works, right? But I don't see a whole lot of messing with yourself in the future. Now, there is a little bit of apprehension. I do see a little bit of like, okay, is what I'm doing working? But that's fine. That's normal. And I just feel like that's just a thing. This is a good month. So let's just get into it. So you've got that unseen hermit energy really going, really finding what works for you, really going within. And with that, it's nice because what it leads you to is finding you and setting your foundations. I love this together. This can mean a few things, okay? This is a general reading. First of all, as you know, or maybe you don't, this is your card. You guys are the lovers, right? That represents Gemini, right? So I love that. So at the end of the day, you guys are really coming into your own, right? Really, really coming into your own, coming into balance with who you are, right? This is your element. And then with that, you've got the Four of Wands. Four of Wands to me is that manifestation card. I always see it with the 1111 with the wands. It's also like that soulmate, that marriage card. So there are some Geminis out there who are really in this beautiful, like, loving connection. You guys are really trying to build something strong. Some of you guys may be getting engaged. Some of you guys may be talking about marriage with your partner. Some of you guys may be thinking about proposing to your partner. But it feels like, as far as relationships, like things are going to a very much a serious and higher level of commitment. Um, Now, the lovers back in the day was first called the choice. And for me, it's not a choice so much of who do I love? Do I love, Joseph or Jake? No, it's not like that. For me, it's like, you know who you love. We know what we love. We know the things that we love. It's more a choice of, do I want to go forward in pursuing that? Do I want to go forward in really, setting the tone and setting the foundations and really building that? Or do I want to let it kind of slide? That kind of thing. But a lot of you Geminis, you guys are just like in a great place in terms of relationship. You guys are feeling very balanced, very harmonious, very loving. If you're in a partnership, it's one that you feel like is equal give and take. There's so much love there. There's so much passion there. You guys are divinely guided. You guys are looked after. Look at that sun. There's happiness. You guys are able to be vulnerable with one another, right? Both people are naked, and just out here, just vulnerable, right? And you're able to shed your skin, right? Because I'm looking at that snake card. I'm looking at that snake on the card, and snakes represent to me shedding the old, shedding the skin, right? So this is someone that you feel really connected to, that you can really be yourself with and really be open with. So if this is a love situation, if this is feeling like love for you guys this month, this is cute. This is cute. This is where you guys are. Altogether, though, you guys are really coming into a place where you are finding what is right for you. Jim is doing what Jim does for Jim, and it's great. You guys are setting your foundations. You guys are making connections in great ways, whether it's intimate connections, whether it's, work opportunities, friends, all that. I feel like you guys are really putting yourself out there, and things that you have been manifesting are starting to come true. You're starting to see, like, slowly but surely everything coming together. And I do love that, right? You guys, last month you guys were being little social butterflies, and this month it's no different. You guys are really out there still making connections, meeting new people that you probably wouldn't otherwise meet, and injecting yourself in new things that you probably wouldn't otherwise inject yourself into, right? Because the Three of Pentacles is all about different people coming together to make something that's beautiful, right? And to build something that's successful and for the greater good of everybody, right? It's doing really good work. So I feel like you guys are really still making connections, whether you're single out there dating and making some really cool connections, or whether it's, again, work related. The point is you guys are, it seems like, surrounding yourself around people and things that feel good, and that work all around, rather than trying to force situations. Everything feels like it's flowing really, really good, right? And because the root of all this is like you guys at one point made a decision to move forward in a certain way that was going to be different and was going to yield different results. And really, I feel like you guys were really digging into what you're passionate about, right? Because with this wand card, wands are all about passion, and a lot of times about passion, career. They can be, sexual. It can be about your intuition. So a lot of you guys are just really following that, where Geminis are very intellectual and very swordsy, right? Everything, uh, not to say that Geminis don't follow their heart, but it's like they're going to double check it with intellect. Like, does it make sense, right? So it feels like you guys are stepping out on faith in a whole different way. And the fact that you guys have done that has led you to these different people in your life. The fact that you have done that has led you to this situation where you feel like a lot of you guys are in a loving situation where you're able to really build something with someone, right? And I do feel like, again, it's because it's like the tool that you are choosing to use is different. Like, you're going about things differently because I feel like a lot of you guys want a different result. You guys were ready to start something new, something that felt fresh, something that felt exciting. And you're going for it. You're going for it. And you're not, and I don't think you're doing it, a lot of you guys, in your old way, right? Now, in the past, we've got that Four of Pentacles energy. This could be near past or distant past. Remember, this is general, so this is going to be different for everybody. But Four of Pentacles is really about someone. Well, first of all, he's saving, right? So it could be you guys were trying to really save your finances for the next big thing. Some of you guys may be trying to buy a house with that Four of Wands I see. So that could have been something that you guys have been saving for. Some of you guys have been saving for travel. Some of you guys have been saving to put work or to put money into projects that you want to be a part of, right? Others of you, this can show that you were being just a little bit more kept to yourself. This could be in terms of like your feelings, in terms of your communication. It's like he's sitting on something, right? It's like he's not being completely open. Yeah, so a lot of you guys in the past were a little bit more closed off. But again, you guys have decided to go about things a little bit differently. in order to yield different results. Now, again, a lot of you guys, I do feel like it was just a time that you were super saving for either to buy a new house, maybe some trips coming up, um, or some new projects happening. But just really, you guys were really focused on kind of keeping to yourself and keeping your money tight. Now, what's interesting is if we're coming into the near future, you guys have that Hanged Man energy. So it's interesting to see this after this Four of Wands and Lovers energy, right? Because this is the present and this goes future. So it goes from here to here. Now, how we get here to here, I just feel like it's a little bit of fear-based, and I feel like it's a little apprehension. Some of you guys have, things have been going so good lately, like these last few months, that I feel like you're just like, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think a lot of you guys, yeah, I think a lot of you guys have been almost like some of you guys are going to be starting to feel like towards the end of this month, like things are just a little bit too good to be true. Um, Now I do feel like there's some result you guys are waiting for with this result. I mean, with this Hangman energy, there's something that you're waiting for, some type of answer or something that you're waiting for. This may You may need to, in the end of the month, change your perspective of how you're looking at something, right? Because he's hung upside down, but it's like he's hung upside down so that he can see it. Like this is helping him to see something differently, rather than if he were right side up. It's also a time to surrender. It's surrender mode. So if you feel like there's something that's stalling in the future, like let's say you are buying a house and it's taking a long time to close out or something, I just feel like there's details that need to be worked out. Um, there is a time, there is going to be a moment in the future, like the end of September, where you're going to have to kind of wait, and be a little bit more patient, because I feel like there's details of something rolling in, or there's like some missing pieces that you're going to need. Now, with this hopes and fears, you guys have this Seven of Pentacles, which I feel like kind of connects to this Hangman energy. A lot of you guys have been putting in a lot of work in a lot of different things, right? And so it's like almost like it's a time where you guys are looking back to see if all the work that you've done is for something, right? Like, are you going to reap the benefits you've been sowing? I feel like you guys are. I feel like you guys have been doing really good work. I just don't know that you can see the results on in a material sense yet. So that may have you feeling like a little bit stuck, right? A little bit stuck in the tree. Have faith. I think things are working out just fine in the way that they're supposed to. Um, it just may take, again, a little bit longer for things to materialize. If there's something that you guys have been working on, I feel like those things will be materializing towards the end of the month. I think you'll start to see real, like, tangible result. So don't worry. I just feel like there's some little minor details or something that needs to be worked out. Some of you may be needing to have a conversation. Like maybe that's the missing link. Um, but definitely there is, even though things are going right and things are going beautifully, there is this sense of, okay, but is this really like, even though this is a pentacle and not like a Seven of Cups, which for me would be like illusion, it's almost like you guys are looking at the thing, whatever the thing is. It could be the relationship, the job opportunity, whatever. And you're kind of like, is this real? Like, okay, like I have been working so hard and I'm trying so hard to do this. Like, I just hope that this works out for me. Don't worry. I think things will work out for you. Now, in your surrounding energy, you have the Nine of Wands, which I'm not necessarily like stoked about that. But for me, it feels so much like, okay, so the Nine of Wands, generally, this is someone who's been through battle. This is someone who has, I mean, gone through it, right? His head is wrapped up. He's all bandaged. She's sitting there with his wand, like, ready to fight, but like, oh, fuck, I don't want to fight. You know, like, I've already been through so much. I don't want to go back to these past things that have fucked me up, right? In this sense, I'm looking at the way that this Nine of Wands character is looking at this hangman. You may have people in your life that you feel like are doubting you, because again, I feel like you guys are doing things differently. There's something about you that feels different, and it feels different to other people. So I tell people all the time, you know, sometimes it takes a while for people to catch up to where we are now, right? So I almost feel like there's people in your in your circle, in your surroundings who, and I don't feel like they're doing this on purpose, but like let's say you're trying something new or doing something new or hanging out with new people, or um yeah, I feel like there's like people who are kind of looking at back at you like, let's see how this works out. Like almost like, and again, I don't feel like they're trying to do it in a malicious way, but I just think that you guys are doing things so different. Like I feel like the Gemini's change up is so different right now that people don't really know what to expect. So they're kind of looking back to see if you how you're doing what it is that you're doing. Don't. I feel like some of you may feel like there's like haters in your corner. Like, oh, she's hating on me, and like, yeah, there's haters everywhere and everything. And if you don't really have like at least one hater, you're really not doing much, I guess. That's what they say. But like, I wouldn't care too much about this energy, and I'm going to clarify it. This energy has really nothing to do with you. I think if you guys are staying focused and keeping your eye on the prize and staying in your own lane, then you guys are going to be fine. I just do feel like you guys may feel tension from outside people who are looking at you like, damn, how is she doing that? Or like, how, like, there's people questioning you, but not questioning you like how, whatever, but it may feel a way for you guys, right? Don't worry about it. I don't feel like that's anything for you to worry about, because I feel like soon they're gonna see, like soon the magic is gonna expose itself, right? Because it's a Nine of Wands, so it is coming to an end. Like this could be a fiery person, who's in your space that you feel like is always like, doubting you or whatever. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But yeah, I'm gonna clarify that. Now, there is some decision that needs to be made with you guys. And again, this could have to do with this Hangman energy too. Like this can influence it. Why you guys are gonna find yourself in the future. Some of you maybe even presently, right? Because these things happen different times. This is general. Where you're hung up in that tree. There's something that I feel like that yeah, you may be needing to make a decision on in order to move forward. I do feel like this decision is going to be favorable. I feel like you guys are super guided through this with this angel up here, right? I feel like you guys are going to be okay. And it may be resurrecting something from the past, but I think you're okay. Some of you may be needing to decide if you're going to be back in a relationship with someone, especially if they're a fire sign. I'm going to clarify that too. But outcome card. Love this. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like whatever you decide is going to kind of influence this outcome. Or however you decide to move forward is going to influence your outcome, but it's going to influence it in a great way because you got the Ace of Pentacles. Aces are all about opportunities. Now, Pentacle is all about something that's stable, it's long lasting, it's something you can trust, it's something that's reliable, it's something that's going to bring abundance in all ways. Um, Very much in a in sense of money and security, but it could be like a relationship that's long lasting and like secure. You guys are going to get married or something. Again, you do have that Four of Wands and the Lovers card, so there is some really big commitment things coming up for a lot of you. But I feel like there may be a decision that needs to be made. I just want to clarify some of these cards. Let's look at this Hangman. What's this Hangman about with the Gemini? What's Hangman about with Gemini? You guys have the High Priest, which is the Hierophant in the original deck, right? So some of you guys may just be deciding if you guys want to really take this level of commitment a step further. A lot of you guys may be thinking about marriage, dude, because you got in the present, you've got these two, right? And then it comes to Hangman and the Hierophant. Hierophant is all about tradition. It can very much be about marriage, but it's about doing things traditionally. It's also about finding your tribe. It's like where community and spirituality meet. Institutions. Some of you guys could be deciding on if you want to take a certain job, right? And you could be hung up in the air with that Hangman energy because maybe you're waiting to hear back from the job. Like if that's what you guys have been aligning yourself with that Lover's energy. But definitely there's a decision that needs to be made. And I think that it has to do with a level of commitment. How high of a level of commitment do you guys want with something? Um, and if you want this level of commitment with something, some of you guys, it's going to be, again, having to do with a job or like institution, that type of thing. Some of you guys are really contemplating taking a relationship either to marriage or just to something, you know, something higher and cuter and whatever. So what is this Nine of Wands? Nine of Wands with the Strength. So if you guys are dealing with, trying to decide if you want to get married to someone, it can very much be that, again, I told you guys you guys could be dealing with a fire sign. You guys do have a lot of fire out here. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It can definitely be a Leo sign because you have the Strength card. If you guys are dealing with the Leo, I feel like a lot of you guys are probably thinking about getting married. Shit. And if, especially if this is someone in the past who maybe things have gone wrong, right? They've got a little bit banged up. Maybe they've been hurt from you in the past, or maybe they've caused hurt to you in the past. This is something that I feel like you guys have been able to, I feel like kind of mend over time, right? And you guys have kind of gotten clear on what it is that you want. And this could be like a lot of you guys are really deciding on if you guys want to take a relationship a few steps further. Some of you guys are really thinking about marriage. With that Judgment card, you got the King of Swords, right? So yes, you guys will be definitely making a decision. The King of Swords is all about honesty, all about truth, all about being very direct. He's very decisive, right? So that is air energy. It is your energy. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But yeah, I really feel like this King of Swords character is you. Really deciding how you want to move forward. And you're doing it with confidence. And I feel like when the time comes, you guys are going to be very sure of yourself about what you want to do. I don't feel like this is something that you're going to teeter and kind of be like, I don't know. I feel like you guys, with this Hermit energy that you guys are going in within all month, I really feel like you guys are really going to find your answers. And whatever decision you decide to make, whether this is for, again, love or business or just your personal life, I do feel like you guys it's going to be for the greater good. It's going to be something that's going to bring long-term stability into your life. A lot of you guys are getting married or like literally going to be getting engaged. A lot of you guys are talking about it or like really starting to think about that. A lot of you guys are thinking about higher commitments with your lovers, right? Yeah. A lot of you are. A lot of you are. That's funny. And at the bottom of the deck right now, I have the Eight of Pentacles, which I really like in this deck. In the original deck, the Eight of Pentacles, it's a man working alone, right? He's by himself. In this deck, it's two people. So it's like if you guys are in a partnership, it's like you guys are both working hard to really make something, to really build your legacy. So that's really beautiful. Now, I did pull two oracle cards. First one we've got is Release Jealousy. So it says, jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's success inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. Right. So if there is any lingering jealousy feelings about anything, especially people having successes, and you're like, well, I'm doing the same thing. Like, why, where the fuck are my ships? Where's my blessings? Don't. Having a grateful heart really does bring you more blessings, right? It really does. It really does bring in more good energy into your life, right? And having jealousy only increases the bullshit. It's like whatever's meant for you is for you and will always be for you. So if there's a fear that there's not enough out there for you and whatever it is that you're trying to do because so and so and so and so and so and so, you're wrong. Okay? Like, you guys are good. I think you guys are in a good place. Release that and replace it with a grateful heart, and you guys will see how things are even starting to turn for you. And honestly, I think that's what you guys have done because you guys have so much good going on right now that it's really hard to have all this good with like a negative mindset. It's just like it doesn't equal up, right? So, and then you guys got free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So yeah, free yourself. Really making the decisions that are important for you to move forward, right? And in freeing yourself, that does take that hermit energy of going within and finding out what it is that you want to do, right? It does take that energy um, to do that, right? Yeah, I feel like this is a really good month for you guys. I feel like, again, in loving connections and loving relationships, you guys are moving on forward to higher commitments. A lot of you. Something that's going to be stable and beautiful with that Ace of Pentacles. Um, in terms of work, I think you guys got it good there. I really feel like whatever it is, like it's your world. Like it's your world, baby girl. Do it. Like whatever you want to do. I feel like you guys are totally supported with that angel that's in the Lovers card and that angel that's in the Judgment card and the High Priest and the like. You guys have so much help, like from the universe. I feel like right now, like so much help and so much positive vibes and so much good things guiding you right now. um, and you guys are in a good place mentally where you're not playing mind games with yourselves, that you're able to move forward in a way that is like awesome for you guys. This is a really, really good month, Gemini. I'm really excited to see how this turns out. So, if you guys have any questions about your personal life, you guys can always schedule a personal reading with me. My email is down below in the description box. If you go to my About tab, you can see my menu of services and my pricing and all that. Email me. Let me know if you would like to set something up. I super appreciate all of you guys who come to my channel. I appreciate every second you've spent listening to my voice. I appreciate all the likes, all the shares, all the subscribes. I never ask you guys to do it. And for those of you guys who have and felt on your heart that you want to like be a part of like this vibe tribe, I'm really excited and I'm really appreciative of you. And I would love to hear if this resonates. So if you guys, let me know how this is for you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in October. Bye, gems.